Hi there guys, quick video here for you today. Someone asked me how to adjust the hammer spring on the FX Maverick. They wanted me to make a quick video on how to do it. So just one thing before we start, the power of the rifle is down to you. In the UK we're bound by the sub 12 foot-pound rule, so it's your legal responsibility to make sure your rifle is under that 12 foot-pound rule. Anything above 12 is considered a firearm, and you need an FAC license to own it. So be aware of your power and don't go over. I like to set my rifles up shooting about 11.2 to 11.4 with 8.44 pellets. This is obviously a 177 rifle, so when I use the heavier pellets the power doesn't rise over the 12 foot-pound limit. Right, now that's out of the way, first thing to do is to make sure you've got air. We've got enough in here. The gauge is set at about 125, so we've got more than reg pressure. Second thing you're going to need is a 1.5mm Allen key. What you should do first is chrono the rifle and see what you're running at. This rifle from Sports Guns was shooting high 10s, low 11s. So it was shooting about 10.8 with 8.44s and about 11 with the heavier pellets like the 10.34 JSB heavies, which is a little on the low side, but as I said in the review, it's better to be low than high. The second thing to keep in mind is that the hammer spring is only one of two things that can affect your power. The second, of course, being the regulator setting. I've removed the anti-tamper from my regulator, so your rifles may have a little black puck in the end of the adjuster screw. Right, so if you want to adjust the hammer spring, you need to have a look at the rear of the rifle. Here you have your power adjuster, and we want to align the adjust to the bottom of the wheel. Then with our 1.5mm Allen key, we simply put it in the hole and locate it on the Allen key that's in the rifle. At this stage we need to know what we want to do with the power. If we want to go up with the power, we need to undo, so counterclockwise. If we need to go down with the power, we need to go in or clockwise. Since I've already adjusted my rifle, I'm going to leave it as is. After you adjust, you need to flick the power wheel back to 7. The 7 slot is technically your max power. Okay, so I just wanted to share with you a couple of the things I found when adjusting the hammer spring on the FX Maverick. The maximum power I was able to achieve out of this rifle with the factory regulator setting was about 10.8 pounds-feet. That was using 8.44 grain JSBs. What was happening is that I was adjusting the hammer spring out. It rose from about 10.5 to 10.8 and then stopped rising. I kept winding the hammer spring out and eventually the power started to drop again. What I was doing is I was limiting the hammer's travel. So if you're adjusting the hammer spring on your Maverick and the power starts to drop when you expect it to rise, i.e. you're turning the screw counterclockwise, what you will need to do if you require more power is adjust the regulator. When you run out of hammer spring adjustment, what you need to do is increase the regulator pressure. This is done by adjusting this screw outwards. Your regulator from the factory will have an anti-tamper fitted, which is a small plastic disc that's pressed in the hex hole where you insert the Allen key. However, this can be hooked out with a sharp object. This Maverick came with a regulator pressure setting of 50 bar, and what I had to do to get my required feet per second was increase the regulator to 60 bar. Once the regulator was set at 60 bar, I could achieve 11.3 with 8.44s, which translates into about 11.5, 11.6 with JSB heavies. So just bear that in mind. Right, that's about it guys, just a quick one. So I hope this has been useful and I'll see you in the next one.